Hello again, FA Nation. Justin Fensterman back with you with more ADP TV here on FantasyAlarm.com, getting you ready for the 2019 fantasy football season. It doesn't matter if you're playing for pride, a championship ring, maybe a championship trophy, maybe even you're playing for a Chad Pennington autographed football, maybe even a Vancouver Grizzlies jersey of Sharif Abdur-Rahim. It doesn't matter what you're playing for, because whatever it is, the FA team is here to help you dominate. That's what we do. Let's get right down to the coverage values I like and don't like when it comes to fantasy football average draft position. Let's go. First value I love, Alshon Jeffery at 71. I do nothing but listen to fantasy sports content all day, every day, and I don't hear enough about the Eagles receivers, let alone Alshon Jeffery. I almost feel like I hear more about Deshaun Jackson than Alshon Jeffery. Jeffery had 13 yards per catch and 6 touchdowns last season. Yes, I know Zach Ertz is there. Yes, we're still waiting to see what Miles Sanders' role in the Eagles' offense will be. But Wentz and Jeffery, good rapport. Jeffery's targets will be safe. And again, you're looking at a starter's price for Alshon Jeffery in the 6th, 7th round. Most of the time, you'll get him in the 7th round in 12-team leagues. Like that very much, Alshon Jeffery. I'm targeting him everywhere because of the cheap value. Low-end wide receiver 2, definite wide receiver 3 in fantasy. Great flex option for you if you have 2 wide receivers starting, especially in 12-team leagues. But Alshon Jeffery at 71, I love that value, and no one's talking about this guy. ADP TV, Justin Fensterman. You heard it here, though. Alshon Jeffery, giving him a little spotlight. Really like him at his current fantasy value. Another value I love, Payton Barber. 131, 132 you're looking at. You're not even paying starter's price for a starting running back. But Ronald Jones is there. Yeah, how is his blocking? That's what I have to ask you. As of right now, you have to think that Payton Barber is going to get the majority of carries for this team. And Bruce Arians will utilize his running backs. He most certainly will. And Payton Barber, he is a safe floor running back. Let's say you keep missing out on running backs for some reason. Make sure you get running back depth. Payton Barber will still be there in that 10th round, maybe even the 11th round. Auctions, you're only paying a few dollars for a RB1 in the NFL, not fantasy. But still, with Payton Barber, having him on your bench, having him as your 4th running back, I like that very much. Even if Ronald Jones gets a little bit more love in the Bucs offense this year, which is to be expected, you could still rely on Payton Barber getting you that safe floor value, especially if you're looking to start him occasionally in the flex in a half-point PPR, let's just say 8 to 10 points. Not a big ask from Payton Barber. Very, very good value. 131, 132. Love that right now for the Bucs running back. Let's talk about a value I don't love right now, and that's Jared Cooks at 77. Just remember that even though he's linking up with Drew Brees, last year when it came to the Raiders, Cook got targeted a ton in the red zone, but he's not there anymore. If you look at Ben Watson from last year, not a lot of love in that offense, not a lot of targets, expecting those targets to drop from last year to this year when it comes to Cook. You get a guy like Vance McDonald later than Jared Cook, according to our ADP data. You can even wait and get guys like Jimmy Graham. You get someone like a Mark Andrews late. Greg Olsen will still be there late. You can even look to get the current Raiders tight end, Darren Waller, very late if you're looking for those red zone targets. Again, Cook is in a new offense now, and with him being in the Saints, yeah, he'll be with Drew Brees, but at the same time, you're still looking at a target decrease, and that's why I'm not going to pay starter's price at 77. First 8 rounds are starter's price, in my opinion, in 12-team leagues, and I am not going to pay starter's price for Jared Cook. I'll wait a little longer when it comes to the tight end position and secure more running back and wide receiver depth during that time. For Jared Cook, I'm expecting his targets to see a noticeable drop, especially a drop in the red zone, and that is not going to be ideal for fantasy owners who pay starter's price for this guy.